Hi there. Look at this. I have a brand new Arum to show you. I haven't made an Arum for a little while. I'll start by playing something that has some space in it so you can hear the great sustain on this instrument. Okay, so we got a European spruce top and Brazilian back and sides. You may have noticed that some of my guitars I name and some of them I don't, and I used to try to name every single guitar I made, but I'm just not creative enough to always come up with a name. So, but this one I was making, and well, this isn't particularly creative, is it? But I called it the Chocolate Arum because this is just the color of like the best milk chocolate you're ever going to eat. And the set is quarter sawn and it has a nice variation of browns, but overall it's like chocolate brown. I could definitely take a bite out of it. So that's the classic combination to me. The white spruce top, the chocolatey brown, old growth Brazilian. This is, as I said, European spruce, and I don't know what region it came from. I bought this in a lot of woods, like, as in I purchased a group of woods altogether, and this was labeled European spruce, and I'm guessing from its appearance that it's Carpathian. Its appearance and its performance. It sounds and looks like Carpathian, which is nearly indistinguishable to my ear and eye from red spruce, North American red spruce. They're so similar. They must be, even though they're different species, the growing conditions of the stuff that I've encountered in my career makes these two woods seem really similar to me. I was able to get an offcut from the body, from the back and sides to make the head plate, which is always my favorite solution, so that everything's matching in that way. And it's all bound in ebony. So super simple appointments, but this is just like, this is what a guitar is to me. The one point of flashiness, I used a slightly curly mahogany neck blank because I thought with the understated everything else that little bit of curl gives it a nice little touch. So at 14 inches, this guitar, so a 14-inch guitar, like to me I've built enough 14-inch guitars and played enough 14-inch guitars to realize that there's just sort of like a baseline quality to the sound of an instrument that size. And it doesn't matter if you're playing an old Gibson or a new Wilborn. There's going to be a certain predominance and intensity of mid-range tone. There's going to be a certain way it feels under your fingers, like the way the maybe just the velocity of the way that the string energy radiates out over a top this size, and the box size. I mean, I'm not sure. There's what was that cowboy guitar made by Gibson, the Lucas, that was really deep. And even though that guitar is deep and it has like, it's actually kind of a strangely unbalanced sounding instrument to my ears, it's deep bodied. So it has like this big voice, but it still sounds like a 14-inch guitar to me. So there's just like, this is a 14-inch guitar. What I do love about the Arum is the incredible sweetness of the top end and the percussive intensity that I find evenly all throughout the whole instrument. There's a cutaway here, obviously, and the cutaway goes all the way so I can reach, there's a 22 fret fingerboard, and one of the things I've said many times is that I feel like anything above the 12th or maybe the 14th fret like often gets ignored on guitars, and there's actually a whole world of stuff to do up there. And I think that part of the instrument should be paid attention to. Like every note on the instrument should be playable. Now, I happen to be sort of a sausagey fingered fellow, and I'm not dexterous enough to use it for anything fast up here. But the voice up there, to me, it's a huge loss if you don't have a cutaway. And in my case, I have an elevated fingerboard so that I can get access to all of this. I mean, listen to this, what's up here. I mean, there's a real condensation of the tone when you play a stringed instrument up the neck. You know, like it's a common thing in like the viols, like violins, for instance, for the composer to indicate where a passage will be played on a string. So you could play it. Oh, you can play it here on the A string, or you can play it on the G string, like way up here where the strings are really short, and it gives this strident intensity to the sound. And like, we need all the help we can get playing guitars, right? You want to be able to draw as large a tonal palette from the instrument as possible. So that's my goal with all of my instruments. One thing I really notice, I go back, I play these the most, you know, so it's important for me to go back and play. Like I have a couple old Martins, and I have other instruments that are more like normal guitars that I play every now and then, and I love them, but it's good for me to get like that kind of balance. And one of the things I noticed that's really almost hyper exaggerated on these guitars is the amount of tonal variety you can get depending on your proximity to the bridge. When you play sol ponticello near the bridge here, it gets like you can get this really hard sound, or you can get this. Now that's not unique to my instruments, but it's really, I just think because of the freeness of this top, that quality is almost exaggerated. So you have like, to me, it's great to be playing along. So you can get those really sharp, like ping ping percussive sounds, or you can get the really harpy, sustaining sounds. And I just love the sort of exaggerated nature of that on these. I do believe I've gone on long enough about that. Let me play something else, and then I'll get out of here. I will say that this has the back bevel, which I offer, and this is a pretty subtle feature. I don't even know if you can see it on video. If you're watching on a phone, you probably can't. It widens this out. The binding line is chamfered out and made into this nice soft place that rides against your chest. And then the main bevel, the arm bevel, make this instrument feel like it just nests right against your chest, and you can just play it for hours without getting the line on your arm, without getting poked here. So even on a small-bodied instrument, I think this is a valuable addition. Let's see. So there's the chocolate Arum. Really an obvious name, I guess, but nonetheless, there it is. I'll be sending this one off to Ray tomorrow, and I'll be sorry to see it go. But happy that it's going to a new home. So I'll see you in a little bit. Thanks for watching. Bye-bye. Oh, look at this. It's got this nice little... I love the custom made. This has a Calton case, which is an upgrade for me. But I just love the... Like, when you put this thing in the case, it's like... It like displaces the air in there. Like a piston. Anyway, feels nice and secure. Thank you.